Good news for parents. We're another step closer to getting the nation's youngest a COVID vaccine. Plus, police are investigating after a gunman opens fire inside an Alabama church. This is News 3 Now at noon. And new at noon, one person was killed, another was injured after a crash on Interstate 39 near Portage this morning. The single vehicle crash happened just before 6 near mile marker 91. State Patrol officers say the two people were inside a pickup truck when it rolled from the southbound lanes into the northbound lanes. Northbound lanes on I-39 were blocked for about 2 hours while crews investigated the scene. It's unclear what caused the crash. The Milwaukee County Medical Examiner says 2 bodies recovered in the Kinnickinnick River are the 2 men who were swept away in a drainage ditch tunnel Monday evening. The 2 are trying to save 10-year-old Mohammed Arman Rashidullah, who was also swept away by the water. The body of the boy was recovered Tuesday afternoon. Police found the bodies of the boy's father and their neighbor yesterday afternoon. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Julian Seawright has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Nice day out there.
Oh my gosh, Mark, we're going to have to call this a picture-perfect Friday for us. As we can see outside, pretty blue in our skies, and on top of it, the temperatures are not too bad either. As we're looking ahead, this is what we're seeing as of right now, 77 degrees, and we're going to be topping out into those upper 70s throughout the next couple of hours, and especially later into the afternoon and evening hours as well. Winds from the north-northwest are going to keep us a bit cooler than we have seen over the last few days, which is definitely a nice little treat to head into our weekend. Now, as we take a look at temperatures around southern Wisconsin, near the Illinois state line, it's a bit warmer for Janesville at 81 degrees and for Kenosha as well. But for Platteville and La Crosse, we're looking into that upper 70s and the low 80s for us. Many of us are still plenty mild conditions as we're getting our lunchtime hour rolling for us. Dew points, well, if you're worried about the humidity, it's not much of it here. It's very comfortable outside, so the surface temperature is really what we're feeling. But now as we take a look at our evening, well, it's going to be pretty nice as well. Plenty of clear skies. Temperatures won't be too bad either. Definitely going to be a beautiful Friday evening for us as well, Mark.
All right, looking forward to it. I'll see you in a few minutes, Julian.
Yeah.
We are one step closer to getting the nation's youngest kids access to COVID vaccinations. Today, the Food and Drug Administration officially approved emergency use for Moderna and Pfizer-BioNTech vaccines for kids at least 6 months old. The move still needs the approval from the CDC, which is expected tomorrow. Meanwhile, new research shows the Omicron variant is a lot less likely to cause long COVID symptoms compared to Delta. That's according to research from Britain's King College London. It published in the medical journal Lancet yesterday. Long COVID symptoms include fatigue, brain fog, headaches, heart issues, and other health problems. Researchers looked at some 100,000 cases overall. They found about 4.5% of people who tested positive for Omicron had COVID symptoms that lasted a month or longer, but people with the Delta variant were more than twice as likely to face long COVID. Alabama authorities are trying to figure out what led to a deadly shooting inside a church. The tragedy happened at St. Stephen's Episcopal Church near Birmingham just after 6 o'clock yesterday. Police say a 71-year-old man who attended the church occasionally opened fire during a potluck dinner. 2 people were killed and a third was injured.
Another attendee at the event subdued the suspect and held him down until law enforcement arrived. The person that subdued him is a hero.
Investigators say the gunman acted alone and is in custody. According to the recent FBI report, the number of active shooting incidents has skyrocketed, jumping in more than 50% from 2020 to 2021. In Louisiana, SWAT teams were called in after about 20 inmates at a juvenile detention center broke out of the facility. A parish spokesperson says the inmates got loose within the perimeters of the facility and tried to take over. The SWAT officers were able to get everybody back inside, but earlier in the day, 5 inmates broke out. All but 1 have been captured. President Biden announced several new initiatives on climate, clean energy, and food security during a meeting with global leaders this morning, and Skylar Henry has the details from Washington.
President Biden convened a virtual meeting of the Major Economies Forum on Energy and Climate Friday, where he called on world leaders to do more to slash methane leaks in an effort to slow the warming of the planet.
We flare enough gas to offset nearly all of the EU's gas imports from Russia. And so by stopping the leaking and flaring, of this super potent greenhouse gas and capturing this resource for countries that need it, we're addressing two problems at once.
The conference comes as gas prices continue to soar. The president blamed Russia's invasion of Ukraine for disrupting the energy market and urged countries to ramp up production of zero-emissions vehicles.
Over the long run, we can remove the pain of volatile gas prices and reduce transportation emissions by putting more zero-emission cars on the road.
The president also touted the bipartisan infrastructure law passed by Congress, which includes more than $20 billion for clean energy projects. He also challenged other countries to follow the United States' lead and invest more in clean energy.
These are all achievable goals, in my view. And if we all commit to doing our part, we'll get it done.
The president also addressed food shortages worldwide and issued a challenge to make fertilizer more accessible. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
And the White House says inability to access fertilizer is a problem in many low-income countries and in most major economies. More than 50% of fertilizers do not reach the intended crop. Vince McMahon is stepping back from his role as chair and CEO of the WWE. The move comes as the wrestling company investigates claims of alleged misconduct. According to the Wall Street Journal, McMahon paid a $3 million settlement to one of his former employees after an alleged affair. The Journal adds that the agreement prevents the unidentified employee from discussing her relationship with McMahon. McMahon says he is fully cooperating with the probe. His daughter, Stephanie McMahon, will fill the vacancy as interim CEO and chairwoman. The UK has given its approval for Julian Assange's extradition to the U.S. British Home Secretary Priti Patel signed an order Friday that calls for the WikiLeaks founder to face espionage charges. According to a statement from the UK Home Office, Assange will receive appropriate treatment and his human rights will not be violated by this decision. WikiLeaks says it will appeal Assange's extradition order. Disney fans, listen up. The ultimate Disney Dream Vacation has just been announced. You can now visit all 12 Disney theme parks on a 24-day adventure. It's called Disney Parks Around the World. According to the website, a private jet will carry 75 people from California to Tokyo, Shanghai, Hong Kong, India, Cairo, Paris, and finally Orlando. But it's going to cost you big time. It starts at $110,000 per person. Booking for the trip next July starts later this month. It's a lot of Disney. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. The FDA returns to the Abbott baby formula plant in Michigan, this time to survey storm damage. Details when we come back.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
The biggest mattress savings are happening now at Ashley's $20 million truckload sale. Save up to $1,000 on luxury brands and bonus discounts only available in store. Plus 60-month special financing and fast 5-day delivery on in-stock mattresses. Don't miss it at Ashley.
In this job, I get to know clients really well on a personal level. We figure out the best way we can for you to win, and we try to get the best results for you, not through simply being aggressive, but by fighting smart.
All in to win. Gingras, Thompson, and Walks.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
I'm Alex Lasry, a Democrat running to beat Senator Ron Johnson.
And I'm Lauren Lasry, and this is our daughter Eleanor. I know Alex will always fight for working families.
To get more money in the pockets of working people and lower costs.
By making paid leave available and healthcare more affordable.
And I'll always be a relentless supporter of a woman's right to choose.
Especially now. Alex is exactly the kind of ally Tammy Baldwin needs in the Senate.
So I approve this message because we have to do better than having Ron Johnson as our senator.
Minwax has a challenge for you. Open a yellow can and keep on finishing. Keep on finishing this and this. Oh, and in here. That looks good. With Minwax, you can keep on finishing this and these.
What do you think?
Love it. And I love this too. And now at Menards, get 11% off all Minwax stains so you can create the custom looks you need to keep on finishing. Get it at Menards.
We are Dane County. We are Madison, McFarland, Sun Prairie. We are Wanakee, Stoughton, Middleton, Deerfield, and everywhere in between. We are committed to being unique in supporting the value when families share the memories of family and friends at the loss of a loved one. We are Crest Funeral and Cremation Service. More than just a funeral home, we are the people you know and trust to help families before, during, and after the loss of a loved one. Learn more at crestfuneralservice.com.
Massive savings are happening now at Ashley's $20 million truckload sale. Get doorbuster discounts up to 71% off, plus 60-month special financing with no money down on all in-stock merchandise. And bonus discounts only available in store. Don't miss it at Ashley.
Investor optimism following the biggest interest rate hike in nearly 30 years turned into fear about what may be in store for the economy. Ongoing concern about the highest inflation since the early 1980s is weighing on the markets, along with worries that the Federal Reserve rate hikes may throw the economy into recession. In an interview with the Associated Press, President Biden held out hope, saying a recession is not inevitable. Rising rates are making home loans more expensive. Average long-term mortgage rates made their biggest one-week jump in 35 years. Mortgage buyer Freddie Mac says the 30-year mortgage rate is up more than 2.5 percentage points since January. It's the highest level since the 2008 financial crisis. Those numbers could rise further with more rate hikes widely expected. And the FDA is set to return to Abbott's Michigan baby formula plant today after severe storms and flooding forced the company to shut it down. The factory had resumed operations there less than 2 weeks ago after a contamination issue halted production for months. A nationwide formula shortage that followed is expected to persist into the summer. The White House says the FDA's visit to the facility is to ensure that when Abbott is ready, it can start to produce safe and quality formula. That is your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Matt Piper.
At the noon hour, the Dow Industrial is down 54 points. The NASDAQ, however, up 137. The S&P 500 is up 5. Well, this Sunday marks Juneteenth, a day commemorating the end of slavery in the United States. But as Americans mark this special holiday, many are calling out companies that are trying to make a profit. Elise Preston reports.
Juneteenth is a day for celebration and remembrance. Last year, President Joe Biden signed a new law making June 19th a federal holiday. It joins other summer holidays like the 4th of July, which retailers have used to market and sell products. And there are fears companies will try to capitalize on Juneteenth.
Nobody asked for this. Nobody.
Last month, North Carolina mom Darianne Alexis McNeil spotted a Juneteenth-branded ice cream while shopping with her son at Walmart. She shared her disappointment on social media, and the post went viral.
They would never drop ice cream to celebrate Auschwitz. You know, the liberation of Auschwitz. We don't get the same sensitivity when it comes to the Holocaust, basically, of our own people.
Did you explain any of this to your 10-year-old son?
He asked me why I didn't buy it. And I told him that's just not something that I will accept or participate in.
Walmart removed the ice cream and apologized.
What I don't want Juneteenth to become is reduced and relegated to, just a Mattress Day sale.
Laquana Austin with the Juneteenth Foundation believes instead of pushing products, corporations can use the day to instead promote diversity and equity within their companies. And he says the best way for American families to celebrate is to reflect on the holiday's importance and invest in communities of color.
Go out and buy black. Use this as a singular day to actually go out and support local black businesses and entrepreneurs in your community. Us supporting each other is a really important, critical component of it.
A critical lesson, McNeil says she is teaching her son. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
Well, up next at noon, Pam Yankee has your ag numbers, plus Julian has your latest forecast. That's when we come back.
Create your perfect room for relaxing, entertaining, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio Enclosures.
Is your home just as hot inside as it is outside? The problem might be your walls have no insulation or ineffective builder's grade insulation letting all that heat in. But when USA Insulation wraps your home in our premium injection foam, we turn your home into a cooler, keeping the heat outside and your cool, comfortable air inside, right where it belongs, and helping you save on rising electric bills. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. The Tempur-Pedic mattress is designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body like no other mattress can. Right now, Queen Tempur-Pedic mattresses start at just $23.99 and get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. With Steinhoffels special financing and free delivery, you'll save even more. Isn't it time you got a good night's sleep? Relax. It's Steinhoffels.
Joe Biden opened America's borders, increasing the flow of deadly drugs into our communities. Last year, over 105,000 people died of drug overdoses in America. Biden's putting our children and families at risk. Ron Johnson is warning everyone that drug traffickers are adding fentanyl to counterfeit pills, and it only takes one pill to kill. Please tell your children and support law enforcement.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Create your perfect room for relaxing, entertaining, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio Enclosures. This Saturday, we'll hear Will Loper's top 3 picks for the latest shows and movies currently streaming. And Julian's tracking a cool down for this Father's Day weekend. Your certified most accurate forecast Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
The dairy state is producing more milk than ever, with fewer workers.
It's going to encourage her to let down her milk.
It's Dairy Month, and Mark Kane shows you how robotic technology is helping keep dairy farmers and their cows happy. Sunday on News 3 Now at 10. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blain's Farm and Fleet.
And let's check in with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report on this Friday. How are you?
I'm enjoying this. This weather is absolutely fantastic as far as I'm concerned, and I'm glad it's going to be sticking around for June dairy events that are going to be going on through the weekend. I'll see you tomorrow at the Columbia County Moo Day Brunch up at the Manthe Paulson Farm just outside of DeForest. Again, a brunch means they're going to be serving pizza, cheese curds, and grilled cheese sandwiches. Little change up on the menu as far as that's concerned. So we'll see you there. WisconsinDairy.org has got a couple different options for you. Watertown Agribusiness Club also inviting you over Saturday and Sunday for their dairy celebration. It's going to be at the Crave Brothers Farm off Torpy Road. That is where they are going to be celebrating both Saturday and Sunday, serving until 12:30 both days. So check it out, WisconsinDairy.org. Hey, big congratulations. The 93rd Wisconsin State FFA Convention is in the books, and congratulations to Casey Dank. She is a young lady from Western Wisconsin, a member of the Mondovi FFA. She is currently a student at UW River Falls, majoring in ag business. Yesterday, she was named the Wisconsin State FFA president. Now, remember, she has already served a year as a state officer, a vice president for Wisconsin FFA. She was selected by this year's officer team to guide the next year's leadership team. So she will be kind of keeping her coursework through UW River Falls going so she can graduate in 2 years' time. Casey Dank from Mondovi FFA, our 2022-2023 Wisconsin State FFA president. Congratulations. I've got more up on MidwestFarmReport.com. Fabulous Farm Babe on Facebook. Barrel cheese today in Chicago up 2 1/4 at $2.15 3/4. 40-pound block cheese up 6 1/2 at $2.14 1/2. Double A butter, that drops 2 today, down to $2.94 a pound. Yeah, it looks like a beautiful weekend to get out and enjoy June dairy celebrations. I'm going to start this afternoon up in Mauston, working with some folks in that community after the storms and all the cleanup. They're going to be celebrating dairy with some dairy giveaways starting at 4 o'clock this afternoon. I'm going to go help.
That should help lift spirits up there, that's for sure.
Yeah, I hope so.
They need something. All right, Pam, thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Here's Julia now with that weekend forecast.
Well, this weekend forecast is definitely going to be lifting plenty of spirits, Mark, because look at it. It's just beautiful outside. And that's what it's going to look like throughout today and going into tomorrow as well. It's 77 degrees right now here in Madison. We're going to be increasing temperatures just a bit as we get in throughout the rest of our afternoon. But that northwesterly flow of 10 miles per hour keeping things relatively mild throughout the rest of our afternoon for us. As you can see, many areas in southern Wisconsin are still holding into those 70s, and a couple areas are into the 80s, like like Bosqueville, Platteville, and 81 degrees over for Janesville as we're kicking off our afternoon. But dew points is really the good thing that we don't have much of the humidity in our atmosphere for us, so it's very comfortable as we're getting things rolling for us. Now, taking a look at our evening, it's not going to be much different. We're still into the 70s, still plenty of open sky, especially as we go into tonight. It's going to be a gorgeous starry night for us here in southern Wisconsin. And one thing we are going to be watching for, thanks to all the quiet weather, we have the high pressure system that is going to be into the upper Midwest, which will be making things dry and quiet for the next few days. But what we are going to be watching for is this backdoor cold front, which is going to be bringing in a little bit of chance of some clouds and even some showers for some areas by the time we get into the later part of this weekend. But aside from that, today is going to be quiet. Might see a couple of clouds in our skies, but overall it is going to be dry and it is going to be sunny. Going into our Saturday morning, this is what we're seeing. Cooler temperatures to start off for our Saturday morning here in southern Wisconsin. We're into the 50s, plenty of open skies. Then we'll start to see some clouds build a little bit later into our Saturday evening, thanks once again to that cold front that's coming backdoor, which is also going to bring in the chance of some pop-up showers north and east of Dane County. So we're going to be dry throughout our Father's Day, and it's also going to see a bit of cloud cover, but overall, we're looking at great conditions for grilling and just enjoying our fathers out there. In addition, since we also have Juneteenth, it's going to be great for those celebrations as well. But here's a look at our weekend forecast in addition. Saturday, it's going to be 75 degrees for us, mostly sunny and pleasant. And then as we get into Sunday, around 81 degrees for us. Going to be seeing, once again, some cloud cover that will be varying throughout the course of the day, but it will overall still be a wonderful Father's Day and Juneteenth celebration regardless. As we take a look at what our Father's Day forecast will be for us, cloudy conditions will start to build by the time we reach into the afternoon with those low 80s, but it's really just going to be the low 80s sticking around for us throughout the course of the entire day. Now, as we take a look at the three things we'll need to know, it's going to be quiet, it's going to be dry, but then we are going to be warming back up as we head into next week. Here's what we're going to be looking at, folks. Monday and Tuesday, back into around 94 degrees for us, and humidity is going to increase as well. So we could be pushing some heat indices that will be into the triple digits. So just be weather aware this weekend for next week, because we could be seeing some pretty hot conditions once again. And then we're going to stabilize back into some more summer-like conditions as we'll be into the middle 80s from Wednesday forward. But aside from that, enjoy this weekend because this weather mark is going to be flat out gorgeous.
And summer officially starts, what, Tuesday?
Yes, Tuesday, and we are welcoming it with 94 degrees. Gotta love that.
All right, Julian, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Fasten your seatbelt as we take a quick trip around the country in search of the perfect hot dog. What's your favorite?
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Huge appliance savings are happening now at Furniture and Appliance Mart's $20 million truckload sale. Don't miss store-wide savings, including doorbusters, plus special buys up to 40% off at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
Most senators couldn't tell you the cost of a gallon of milk. Thanks, Ruben. Or how much beef has gone up this year. But I'm not like most senators or any of the other millionaires running for Senate. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I know how hard you work. And I know that by bringing manufacturing home, we create jobs and we lower costs. If we want to change Washington, we got to change the people we send there. I'm Mandela Barnes and I approve this message.
Out here, we know a thing or two about beef. Hy-Vee knows beef too. Only 6 out of 100 cattle are even good enough to bear the Hy-Vee brand. Only 6 out of 100. Quality like that is hard to find. So enjoy your Hy-Vee steak this weekend. You've earned it.
Hey, this one's free. Car in front of you, pay for it.
The best things in life are free.
This is the greatest day of my life!
Just wait till she hears about free installation from Feldco.
Free installation?
Free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest until 2024. That's something to get excited about.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
Quality windows, siding, and doors. Call
this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how? Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope. We use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission products. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our clients' best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we do better when our clients do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Massive savings are happening now at Ashley's $20 million truckload sale. Get doorbuster discounts up to 71% off, plus 60-month special financing with no money down on all in-stock merchandise. And bonus discounts only available in store. Don't miss it at Ashley.
We're a nation that loves hot dogs, and each part of the country has their own unique way of making them. So let me share with you what you'll find if you visit cities that think their dogs are top dogs. For example, in Chicago, they grill their hot dogs before topping them with mustard, relish, onions, pickle slices, sport peppers, tomato, and celery salt, and serving them on a poppy seed bun. And in New York City, which has a hot dog cart on almost every corner, you'll find hot dogs topped with spicy mustard and covered in onion sauce. For those of you who grab a hot dog at an Atlanta Braves game, you can expect to find a steamed dog smothered with mounds of coleslaw. And besides all these regional favorites, we came up with a hot dog topper that's always welcome. It's a hearty meat sauce made by sauteing ground beef and onions along with a boatload of seasonings. And when you serve it on your dog, get ready for some all-American eating. I do hope you'll go online and get the recipe for our old-time hot dog sauce, along with our city guide to hot dogs. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a tasty topping way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
And speaking of dogs, it's time to introduce you to our pet of the week. Marigold is a 3-year-old pup who loves playing, snuggles, and all the attention. For Marigold, cats and small critters look like toys to her. Because of this and her need to have all the attention, she's looking for a home that does not have any other animals and a family who will continue with positive reinforcement training so she can be the best-mannered pup in the neighborhood. Great face. June is Adopt a Shelter Cat Month, and Dane County Humane Society is celebrating with reduced adoption fees for cats through next Tuesday. Adoption fees have been reduced to $10 for adult and senior cats, $30 for young adult cats, and $75 for kittens. Looking at a feline friend to your family? Well, learn more about the event and view all the kitties available for adoption at giveshelter.org. And last week's pet, Marge, has been adopted. That is great news. So if you're interested in adopting Marigold or checking out all the other animals at the Dane County Humane Society, it's pretty easy. Just go to giveshelter.org. And here's Julia now with a final look at your weekend forecast.
Well, closing things out for us is it's really pretty outside for today. Make sure that you're enjoying it because we're going to hold on to those pretty conditions throughout Saturday as well. But in addition, folks, we will start to see a bit of a warm-up for Monday and Tuesday. But aside from that, it's boating weather, grilling weather, being outside and enjoying just the weather-type weather for us. Yes, I want to say weather plenty of times in this description because this weekend is just shaping up to be so gorgeous after such a hectic week that we had, from storms and temperatures that were breaching into the 90s and heat indices into the triple digits. Next week, we could be seeing very similar temperatures that we saw earlier this week, once again going into Monday and Tuesday. So make sure that you are staying weather aware and prepared for some serious heat from Monday and Tuesday, but then we're back to some summer-like conditions throughout the rest of the week. Mark, let's just have a great Father's Day.
Yeah, tomorrow looks perfect, and Sunday for Juneteenth and Father's Day. Great weekend coming up. Thanks, Julian. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have yourselves a great afternoon.